So I'm hunting all over for some place to be away from wasps. It is now wasp season. They love me because I fear them. They could smell the fear. They freak me out. I hate them. And so I usually set up wasp traps and whatnot to, I don't know, contain them a bit, and I'll put them up at the vacation rental too. Except this year we can give the dead wasps to our chickens for some little added protein. So that's a bonus. Recycle, reuse. I have two things on the go that's been on my mind this week. And I was gonna mash them all into one giant, but too big. Too big. Nobody will last that long. So I will break it up. It's to do with balance from the other video. I have the joy of the babies and the birthing that's coming up on the one hand, and I have the despair and the I don't know, frustration with my son and his addictions on the other side. So I'll just cut it in half and deal with the other one later. So this past week was very busy for us. The time is drawing near to when Annie's going to be having her baby. And it's all very exciting. And it was on Owen's top of list this weekend to baby-proof the maternity paddock that we've got going there. At the beginning, we're gonna separate the two horses that we've got just until the birth happens and things calm down a little bit. One of the things we did was Owen hauled the new red shelter that we bought last year and moved it into the paddock. And leveled it out and made it all beautiful. And thank goodness for the skid steer. Thank goodness for proper tools. That thing has been the most wonderful thing that we could ever do. There's just no way we could move as quickly as we are on any of our projects without that skid steer, and it's money well spent. Whoa. And yeah, so took a lot of jockeying to move that giant thing down into the paddock, and then came shoring up the old fencing that was around. There was some spots, there was one big spot that was smashed in because a moose or two came through it a couple years ago. And so that needed to be repaired. Didn't want the baby to get through and then good luck catching, or can't find its way back and upsetting mama. Didn't even want to deal with that. So Owen brought some sand in from our donor sand site, our whole place, that's our rooster, one-eye roo. Our whole acreage, the 110 acres, is basically on I love it, a giant hill of sand, and it's beach sand. And so yeah, he's hauling that in and filling up the low spots, and buttoning down the fencing around so that everybody can stay inside and stay safe. As this babe is going to be here soon. Not sure exactly when. We were told somewhere between the end of May and the end of June, so who knows. Both are getting their mani-pedis tomorrow, and that'll be the last one she'll have before she gives birth. So we're glad to get that all squared away and handled. And the other thing that we did was every spring we buy baby fish, baby rainbow trout. We put them in our big pond, and then the guests that come to our vacation rental come across, and they come across and they fish, and they have a great time doing it. And so Owen went and picked up a load of baby rainbow trout.
New little fishies.
New little fishies.
So we ordered 75 fish. However, they had to cut us back by 15% because on May 10th, the fishery that we got it from had a big power failure, and they lost like 25% of their trout farm. So like $500,000 lost. So
Wow.
Us losing half the pond last year with winter kill kind of pales in comparison.
Yeah, we can stop whining about that.
We can stop whining. Yeah. So yes, it was something like 6,800 pounds of fish.
Oh.
So yeah, they were pretty sad.
Well, the guardian of the gate.
Hey girls, come on.
It was less than what we had ordered because they had a big old problem with a power outage at the fish place, and I guess they lost a whole pile of baby fish. They were just out by 45 minutes, and it killed off a whole lot of their stock. So we got what we got, and we put them in the pond, and we noticed that, I don't know, those little baby fish were struggling a bit, and we noticed that our bubbler was like kind of pitiful. It wasn't bubbling like it should, and so these guys need oxygen, and they were going to the sides of the ponds and using little mouths trying to get some oxygen going. So Owen quickly traded out that pump for one of our sprayers that we have. I think it belonged to the pond at the vacation rental. So, but that pond's too low because we are so dry in the season that there's no point in even putting one in there. It'd be sucking mud here pretty quick. So we put that in there, and so far no dead little baby fish. Everything is ticking along and wonderful there. So yeah, this is just on the happy side of balance. It's the new beginnings and births and fresh starts, and the chickens are new to us. And it's all kinds of fun, and there for a brief, I don't know, about 4 or 5 days, nobody was laying anything. Now they're back to laying their eggs, and it's great. And yeah, so this is the video on the more positive of this past week. And I'll do some reading up on addiction in families and have a chat next one on that part of what's going on in this world. This is Annette from Carpe Omnia After 60. You take care.